So, are you a MGTOW if you're picking up hookers? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, gentlemen. Hammerhand, the MGTOW monk, back at you. One more again. Yo, man. Yo. Now, this question came in the last video that I put up. Somebody was asking, and I must say, even in print, it sounded eager. Man, are hookers off limit? Can we go bang us out some of the local fish and chicken? Can we do that? You could if you were a red pillar. Look, here is the very, very straightforward and simple answer to that. The answer is no. Plain and simple. If you chose MGTOW, then you chose the discipline. That's the discipline, is protecting yourself. There is no difference between some woman that professes her love, that you hand a diamond to, that she accepts, that you go bang out a couple of kids, and then she divorce court rapes you. And she's monkey branching the whole goddamn time. She's fucking other people while you think that she's being honest and decent with you. And I'm not saying that men are absolved from this, because they're not. They do the same thing. What's the difference? The difference is that your law and your punishment is directional. It's aimed solely at men. Solely. Very few women ever feel the brunt of the child court system. They have to be incredibly bad examples of motherhood. Incredibly bad examples. It's funny to me that people that are running up into MGTOW and monk. For Christ's sake, a few months ago, we had a monk that was, well, a self-professed monk that was saying that he had a girlfriend. Look, man, there's no such thing. No such thing, period. Plain and simple. Somebody will come along and they will tell you, yo, that's not the way that MGTOW works. If they're telling you that, then they don't know the way that MGTOW works. Now, you can be a red pillar, and you can go bang all day long. But you're not a MGTOW. You're not a monk. It's that simple. The distinction between MGTOWs, monks, and red pillars is that 1/3 of them are jumping around trying to fuck other human beings. They recognize the danger that comes with associating with psychopathic females, and they still engage. They still partake. They still jump out there and try to get some of that leg. The other 2/3, MGTOW and monk, do not. They have their biology in control. Pardon the pun, they have it in hand. They take care of themselves. They recognize the immediate danger. Even when your biology is turned on, when somebody comes on to you, or somebody is nice to you and they want you to go do something for them, and you start thinking, oh man, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's the one. And don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. There's not a man alive that claims MGTOW or monk, and I don't care what they say, that doesn't consider the options. But they recognize at the end of it what safety for them means. They recognize at the end of it just how bad off men are in this legal system. I find it amusing, funny, pathetic, all at the same time, how women get off on victimizing themselves. Don't objectify me. By the way, if you want to tip me, come to my OnlyFans. Come to my seeking arrangements. Oh, and there's another link under there. Sugar babies are us. But don't look at my titties. That type of warped thinking, that type of defective mentality, intentional sabotage by other women and men that is being perpetrated on these females is why they are untrustworthy. Will some of them give you the time of day? Hell yeah, they will. Will some of them shut you down immediately? Hell yeah, they will. That's their right. That's their prerogative. But you also have a set of initiatives that have to be followed once you get into that little tete-a-tete, shall we say. Numero uno is that you must protect you. If you don't know her, if she's coming with children, if she's fresh off a fucking divorce, you meet her in a strip club, especially if she's a fucking hooker, an escort. People like to glorify that, and they say, hey man, it's just a wham bam, thank you ma'am. Except hookers and escorts have jumped in on the Me Too and the Time's Up and all the other nonsense because they got did wrong because they didn't get left a big enough tip. So they felt taken advantage of. After the transaction, of course. You have an obligation to yourself that if you're thinking about fucking and you cannot get your biology under control, not to call yourself a MGTOW. MGTOW don't do that. Monk certainly don't do that. Plain and simple. Now you can take this for what it's worth. You can listen or you can suffer. Pay the consequence. Pay the fucking piper. Pay the price. You get wrapped up with one of these delusional hoes, which statistically it's 85% of them now. You get wrapped up with one of them, they have the option. It's not that something will happen, it's that it can happen. They have the option. They put your nuts in a ringer, and then you are at their mercy. This is never a good place for any free-thinking man to be. So if you consider yourself to be that luminary, that visionary, that avant-garde, if you consider yourself to be at the pointy tip of the culture, then you certainly will not put yourself in that position. Because if you do, you're undermining everything that you say about yourself. So make sure that you pick your category correctly. If you choose a category, you're not bound. You don't have to. But if you claim any kind of self-awareness out there, and you still put yourself in the line of fire, you still stick your dick in crazy, then you got it coming to you. That's the long answer. The short answer is no. MGTOW and Monk do not fuck with females. No hookers, no escorts, no temporaries, no short-term girlfriends, no long-time fucky sucky. That's just the way it is. I hope I answered your question.
Don't hurt him, Hammer!
What the fuck? Man, this is fucked up.